Hi guys, Mythical here, welcome to the 6th and final round of the AOR GT3 Pro League, and today I'm at the Brno circuit in the Czech Republic. Now last time out at Silverstone I finished second, which was arguably my best performance. There was 4 finishers, 9 took part, so for 4 to finish it was a bit disappointing. I know that a couple disconnected, so obviously you can't really fault that, but for the people that did drop out it was a bit disappointing that, you know, they sort of drop out when, you know, the tough gets going, I suppose you really could say. But anyway, on to this race, and this was actually meant to be taking place a couple of weeks ago, but it got postponed because Xbox Live, well, most of the drivers couldn't get on it, and you know, it wasn't suitable to set up the lobby because there's no possible way to do it because many drivers couldn't get on. So this was moved back to 2 weeks, for 2 weeks after that postponement, after the Silverstone race. So this is the last race of the season. Hopefully I can end it on a high. It's going to be tough. I don't really like the track, although it's a track that it's not bad. You know, it's a nice track to drive, but it's not one of my favourites. But you know, I know this track from earlier on in the season in Formula C, where it was the first race, and so I have experience of it, and hopefully I can have a good result. Coming on to this qualifying lap now, and I've already done a couple of laps in qualifying, not that good, but this one should be an improvement. I am up, as you can see, on the previous time in the top right hand corner, the delta lap times, so hopefully I can improve, as now I'm a couple of tenths up, I believe, on my previous sector in the previous lap, so my best. So heading up the hill now, and then I've just got to try and get this all right, as this is a very easy corner to get wrong. You can lose the rear quite easy. As I pull it in, I clip the curb, and now coming round towards the last corner I have to lift to get the turn in. I'm following Blizzard Wizard round, I believe it is, so I've got a little bit of slipstream, but coming towards the line now, and I do a 2-minute 3:35, which puts me in second position, less than a tenth off pole, so it was a really good lap. I was actually very pleased with that. I was surprised as well, because I actually thought I'd be quite far off the pace, because I wasn't really optimistic coming into practice, coming into qualifying from practice, but yeah, to be that far off is really good qualifying. But now green light shows, lights out, and away we go. And it looks like I've got a really good start. Seem to get less wheel spin than living dead off the line. So heading into turn 1 in first position, but I didn't really know where to brake, and I got a load of understeer, and now I've lost first position already. Well, I'm down to third, I think Franglish and Shaw, so really disappointing. But I didn't know the braking point for the start. Obviously you have to brake later at the start, so I didn't learn that, and that's really something I should have learned. As I give Franglish a tap, as he caught me out on the brake, and he braked a bit too early compared to where I normally brake for that corner. But anyway, I'm in 5th position now, and I'm under pressure from Blizzard Wizard as I go off the track. I don't know what happened there, and I think I might have got a little bit of a tap, I'm not too sure. But anyway, on to lap 2 now, and I'm still under pressure from Blizzard Wizard. He seems to be in a much faster car, but I think he's probably done a really good setup. I just don't seem to have the pace of him, you know, compared to him in his last early couple of laps. I'm really slow. I don't know if it's because the hard tyres are taking time to warm up. I've not really checked my tyre temperature this race, so I don't really know. I wasn't thinking about checking the tyres, but Blizzard Wizard easily gets past me, and he was trying to get past me since the opening lap. He was so eager to get past, but he finally managed to do it, as he gets past McMillan as well. And now I'm going to try and get the slipstream on McMillan coming up the hill. So coming to this left-hander now, I'm going to try and outbrake him, but no, we brake at the same time. So now just trying to get a good exit out the last turn, which is going to be crucial heading towards turn 1. And I seem to get a really good run out the last turn. He did seem to get a little bit of a poor exit, and I'm up into 5th position, and you'll see I do give him a little bit of room because I wasn't sure where he was. I didn't look in my rear view mirror, but no, I've got the position. So now I've got to try and not lose too much time to Blizzard Wizard. But as you can see, skimming on to lap 9, and Blizzard Wizard has pitted, but he was about 8 seconds ahead of me, and I believe he was on the soft, so I didn't have that good pace, to be honest, compared to him and Shaw and Living Dead, which was a little bit surprising, because compared to looking at qualifying, it looks like I should have had really good pace, but I was actually very slow, which was a little bit surprising. And on lap 14, I'm pitting to replace my hard tyres, which I had on. I was a bit surprised actually, because I thought the hards would go off a little bit later, but they started going off on lap 11, which was a little bit surprising, and I had to sort of look after the tyres to make them go halfway, because obviously I'm doing a one stop, which you need to make the tyres last if you want to do a one stop round here. But I was a bit surprised with the tyre life, which put me out just ahead of Franglish, which I was surprised, because Franglish pitted quite early on. I'm not too sure when he pitted, but now on lap 17, and I just lose the car, and as they go onto the gravel, and that's lost me 4th position, because Franglish will get past, and that was so frustrating. I was frustrated actually why he was so close, because the pit stop actually felt quite long, considering I think the other guys' pit stop didn't take that long. Maybe it was because of the fuel, but I do feel that pit stops do take quite a long time on this game, and you know, I thought I'd be a bit farther ahead than Franglish, but eventually, well, not eventually, because he keeps the move, but I've got to just try and quickly get past him, because obviously I'm losing time to the cars ahead. There's some of them on 2 stops, as Franglish loses the car at turn, between turn 8 and 9, and now heading into turn 10, and I'm into 4th position now on lap 21. Up into 2nd, Living Dead and Blizzard Wizard had pitted for their 2nd and final stop of this race. Shaw is doing the same now. He's on softs. I believe they're all on softs, so I'm the only one on hard tyres. Who started on hard tyres, I think, doing a one stop. So be interesting to see how this pans out. My strategy, if it's the right call, as I believe the gap to Shaw will be around 8 seconds, so 8.7 seconds. So on lap 23 now, and the gap's gone down to 7.9. Well, so he's gaining on me a little bit, but not by much, as heading on to lap 24, and the gap's got down to about 6.3. So he's gaining around a second a lap, so Shaw definitely is benefiting from the lighter fuel and the new fresh soft tyres, as on lap 25 it is 5.3, so he's gained a second again on that lap. Lap 26, 4 seconds, so Shaw is really gaining, but at that time I wasn't really thinking too much about it, because I thought, you know, he ain't gaining enough to challenge me for the lead. But the tyres were starting to go off around about now. On lap 27 the gap's gone down to about 2.7 seconds, so Shaw is catching, but if I can maintain the pace, he won't get past by the end of this Grand Prix. If he gains on me about 1.2 seconds a lap, then I should win this race. But the tyres are starting to go, and as you can see, he's already gained about 1.5 seconds this lap. So Shaw is really pushing hard now on these softs, as I am losing the grip on these hard tyres. They are starting to go off, and this is only going to benefit Shaw, who we're both challenging to win the final race of this season. The last lap of this Grand Prix, heading into turn 1, the gap's about 6-7 tenths. Now it's going to go down to about 3 tenths. So it was a really poor entry into that turn 1, as Shaw is right on my rear wing heading up towards turn 4. So defending the inside line, I'm already committing to the inside, as I know Shaw will try and make a move. Obviously he wants to win this Grand Prix. He is the championship leader, I believe. He has won the championship, but he obviously wants to end this season on a high and win the last Grand Prix. As I'm already every line I'm committing to the inside. I'm trying not to make this easy for him. I want to win this Grand Prix. I've put myself in a really good position with the strategy to have a great chance of winning this Grand Prix, the best chance I've had all season of winning a Grand Prix. Just trying to keep as tight as possible to the inside line so he can't dive it up the inside. And again, keeping it so tight, he can't make a move or a switchback, which is what I'm trying to make sure he doesn't do. But he seems to be closer, and again, go to the inside. He's going to have to go around the outside if he wants to make this move, if he wants to take first position. And this is the corner I was sort of worrying about, but I managed to take it very well. Sure, so eager, he's like right up the rear bumper now of my car, heading up the hill for turn 12 and turn 13. Sure, he's so desperate to get past, but I'm going to commit towards the inside, and this is the part where I struggled the most with the worn tyres, so this is going to be his best opportunity, heading up into towards turn 14, the left-hander, and I managed to do it very well, so it wasn't too bad. But Shaw's going to try and go around the outside as I have a poor entry in towards the last turn, and Shaw's on the outside, and he has got the move done. What a finish to this Grand Prix. What a finish. Unbelievable. Honestly, it was so tense his last 2 laps, but he did a really good job to do it round the outside. I'm so happy to get second. I'd happy with a win, but I think the strategy really got me to where I finished, because there's no way I should have been even challenging with the 3 guys on pace. But I did a very good job with the strategy. Congratulations to Shaw, he drove a really good race, considering he had a bit of an incident which put him all the way down to the back, which he fought well and won the race. He deserved to win. I'm just happy that, you know, I got second. I'm chuffed. It was a really good race. It's probably one of the best races I've been in terms of ending wise. But I'd like to say thanks to everyone who's watching GT3 Pro videos, and hopefully next season I can go one step further and win a race, and maybe even the championship. Obviously, if I'm in the same league, then, you know, you never know. Hopefully I can. It's going to be a challenge, but I just have really good confidence now. Last 2 races, I think I've really put in some good performances. The strategy's been perfect, so I just need to keep learning, and I think next season will be even better, and hopefully I can win a race. So anyway, thanks for watching. Till next time, for season 2, goodbye.